turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at the 3. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in, already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
It's a set, ready? 54 miles.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On the carry, it's Cook. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
You gonna see me and your nightmare. Gun.
They will go for it. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Locke. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start. Down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
It's a foot race. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
I got you. Strong right. Hey, turn it up.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Colts, first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tight end right. Monday.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Luck. And that's complete to McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
8.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Newton.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 18. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
That's a screen. Pass. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Vikings 6.
Mike. 180. 53. Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll run with Cook. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. He's going to get it running right, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On second and 9, Luck buying time to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, Newton. He finds Taylor, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Newton on 1st down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Great.
Now it's Newton. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
12. I'm here all day. Check 9, check 9. Hey, check.
Out of the gun. Lock. Oh, nice move. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
49's the mic. Watch 49. 11. Go.
They are going for it. It's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
To the set. Right to the 3. Check. Walk 54.
Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Hey, that's good.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Hey, switch gears. 20.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Well, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
line of scrimmage. Again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
218, chop it.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Check up. 280. Come on, 49. 11Z. Come on, boy. 80 weapons. You got to be ready. Come on.
On first down, it's locked. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Luck. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1 yard line. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had a
big loss here as he's taken down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. Play action. It's Newton. Open man is Michael Thomas. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd. Down conversion.
24-yard gain on the play.
Check.
And the Vikings first down.
Great. 8.
Crunch down, defense.
Match box.
From the gun, here's Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
Hey! Gun.
Check nickel.
Newton now to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing on third down, Newton. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And Cam Newton's not coming off the field. He'll keep the offense out to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. Newton. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. Fourth down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First down, Minnesota.
Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Switch.
Gun.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Check. Walk 54. Let's go.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
Gun.
On 2nd and 9, Newton to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to the ground, Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Throwing again on second down. Luck throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, get him, get him, get him. You got him. Come on. 49.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. 23 yards, the final tally. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Luck got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Again, Luck. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. He's at the 40, 20, 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 91 yards.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Newton now to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check. Lucky.
To throw is Newton. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Lott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Colts going on 4th. It's Lott. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
11.
On 1st down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Let's go, baby. Hatchet. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. They go.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 35.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hey! 20.
Newton escaping the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. He's picked off at his own 46. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Meanwhile, in Foxborough there in the fourth quarter, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. After the interception, it's Love. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 20. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Emmanuel Ogbah, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Luck now to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Check 15, check 15.
They run. Cook. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Newton. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
36 yards. First down, Minnesota.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Vikings, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
How fit to be the boss, let me find